All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence is a traitor. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually called the mayor. Little tongue, I'm a finisher. Many men gon' need ministers. I ain't many them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VVs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800. Eat a. Yeah, alright. My flow sinister. This ain't rap music. This straight literature. Small-minded. All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I reign. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really.
Tonight,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
On 1st and 10, Rich. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st down, Rich. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Rich firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Weaver. He finds his man, complete. It's Payne. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Commanders territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Weaver. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
From the gun on 3rd down, Weaver. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Did that totally surprise you after the meeting we had with the head coach this week?
Well, he talked about being aggressive, but opening drive of the game to fake a field goal, that's very aggressive.
Yeah, you're right. I'm probably trying to act like I knew a little bit more there. He caught me off guard as well, but looking back on it, he did tell us in our meeting he planned to be very aggressive in this game, and there's a terrific example of it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Harris is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Weaver. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off play action. Rich. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Okay, ready?
On first down, it's Jennings. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. On second down now, it's Jennings. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Off the play fake. Rich. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off, and we've seen teams come back.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On second down, it's Jennings. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Rich. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down. Rich. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Weaver. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Weaver over the middle. He's got Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver finds Pickens outright. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Weaver got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And the Washington offense going back to work. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Jennings. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready, set. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Jennings. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Let's go now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to him on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Operating from the gun. Rich firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
On first down, it's Jennings. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Back to throw. Rich. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jennings. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Weaver. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Off play action. Weaver. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Payne. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down carry for Harris. A gain of 3, second down. Operating from the gun, Weaver. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Looking to throw, Weaver. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, you have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They run for it with Harris, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So here is Washington now to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Stevens. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the gun on third down, Weaver. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On first and 10, Weaver completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw on second down, Weaver. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And here's Freiermuth again. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Weaver setting up the screen. Harris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Rich. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deshaun Watson, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. On third down, Weaver. High throw, but the catch is made. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Weaver. Throw left side complete. That's Payne. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Weaver. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On the give, this is Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Weaver. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Jennings. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. From the gun on third down. Rich. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Rich. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jennings. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Jennings. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Rich. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Elam. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing on first down. Rich. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is Jennings. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw. Rich. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for them.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jennings down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Jennings. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Rich. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. Off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw on 2nd down. Weaver. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.